Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's History and Wargame World. It's February 12th, Super Bowl Sunday. And where am I? I'm in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania at the Gettysburg Miniature Toy Soldier Shop, right here on Steinway Avenue in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And we're going to go ahead and see Mr. John, see what's new in the shop. Every month he gets new items. It's incredible. And on top of that, he has a diorama room for wargaming. So let's go on inside and see what Mr. John is up to. Well, we're inside the shop, and here's Mr. John himself working on a Sunday morning. Mr. John, what do we got new in the shop nowadays?
Well, good morning, Bill. We've got a lot of new stuff just arrived. These are from W. Britain's artillery sets, 54 millimeter.
Wow, these are beautiful.
6 different ones.
So I see you have the Parrot gun, and then you have a 12-pounder.
And there's also a 3-inch ordnance.
And a 3-inch ordnance, and then you have the different crews. And these are Britain's. These are phenomenal. Now,
they're plastic.
Very nice. $49.99. Mr. John's shop, and he does mail order. What else do we have that's new since last month?
New set from Warlord, Gettysburg battle set.
Wow.
The difference between the earlier one is these are now all plastic. So you get cavalry and Zouaves.
Okay.
To match the original plastic.
Very good. And what scale is that, Mr. John?
Well, they're saying it's about 11.5 millimeter, very small.
All right, 11.5 millimeter. Oh, what's the Zulu cart thing you got going on?
This is something we're putting on our website for sale.
That's right, you have the new website going good.
It's a W. Britain's Zulu War.
Well, I have my new Zulu War board game coming out today on Kickstarter.
Nice.
Oh, we're following you through the shop.
Okay. This is another brand new flag from Britain's, the Irish flag bearer, 69th, New York.
Now, could someone actually order this on the internet and you can ship it to them? And
yes.
All right.
All our shipping currently is free freight. So.
All right. So that would be basically $70 plus tax, and throw it in a box and it gets mailed off.
Yes.
Wow. And my last video I covered the rafters good, Mr. John. I was told by a couple people they were happy with that. What do we have in the diorama room?
It's a new setup. It's a fantasy medieval game.
Wow.
These are all 54 millimeter plastic. There are a few metal figures. I usually use the metal for figures you can't get easily in plastic, like generals and leaders and flag bearers, things like that.
Well, I have my 54 millimeter Agincourt game going on at the Williamsburg Muster this week, but I will say it's nothing like this. This is incredible. How many figures you think you have on the table here?
There's about 400 or so.
400 or so figures, and these skeletons look nasty. I recently painted up a skeleton army too. Nothing as nice as these, though. And there's the old Britons. And their village looks incredible. I'm going to pause the camera, go to the other side. All right, we're back here on the other side of the table. And it's really neat how he has so many different types of figures of different companies. But I guess when you own a toy store, you have that ability to be very diverse in your figure collection. Love these old Marx Vikings. They look great. They're just really neat from the old playset days. And oh my gosh, it's Goober the Traveling Bear. He is here helping Mr. John at the shop this morning. He got out of work at not having to work at Scoot's Barbecue in Gloucester, Virginia, since he's in Gettysburg. A lot of people have asked me about that Battleground set. Many of these boxes are for show and not necessarily for sale, and then there are some that are. So you need to call Mr. John or email him, and I'll have his information at the end of the video. One of the neatest things I like about coming to see Mr. John is how every month there's all new stuff. It's really, really cool to look at these pegboards and to see all the neat different things that he gets in through trades or whatever. And it's always changing, so there's never it's never stale as far as new items. Now, Kim Mintis has the YouTube channel or the Facebook site for board war games. We're going to go over and hit those board war games again. A couple people asked about those. So I'll pause the camera and we'll hit the board war games. Alright, for all you board war gamers out there, even though Mr. John is a miniature shop, he carries a ton of board games. And it looks like he's got in a lot of new GMT games. He's got a lot of new games, and on top of that he even has some of my games, the Battle of Brandywine, the French Indian War collection, and the board game row here is very long, so I don't think I've seen this many board games here in a long time. Plus he has, I'm going to pause the camera. And one of the neat things that he gets in is trades from people. So he has some games that have been discontinued, such as at Gettysburg. That's a great game. Alright, I'm going to go over to the other side. For those of you trying to collect command magazines, war game magazines, and also SPI flat games, Mr. John has those too. Some of this stuff's been discontinued, out of print for 50 years. So if you look through the nooks and crannies, it's amazing what you'll find. And of course I gotta hit IMEX Toy Soldiers, owned by Bill Molyneux. Unfortunately not this Bill Molyneux, the Bill Molyneux of Brooksville, Florida. So wow, I think we'll go over and get Mr. John. What else we got, Mr. John? Anything else?
Well, these are new arrivals. These are John Jenkins.
Let me scoot right in here. Are those Hessians?
You've got some Hessians, some Rangers.
Boy, they're incredible. And they're $40 a pop, which is a very reasonable price for the detail and the painting on these.
There's also some more below here.
Alright, let me get these. Wow, they're really nice. I love the canoe. Well, this cabinet struck my fancy because it has some really neat stuff in it. And you need those fences and walls for your diorama at home, for wargaming or just for display. Mr. John has it. Hey, you never know what you'll find down here. Look at that. The Lone Ranger. Well, Mr. John, I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to get your business card on here. Okay, everyone, here we have the Mr. John's business card. And there we go, 200 Steinway Avenue, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And I think I got rid of the glare. Alright, well, I think we'll call this it for today's video at Mr. John's shop. And it's February. Mr. John, anything you'd like to say out to everybody?
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Hello. Come visit us in Gettysburg.
All right. Well, I'm sure spring is right around the corner, and people will be here clamoring to get all the goodies you have to sell. And it is stocked full of product. Well, I think that's it for now. Thank you, Mr. John, for letting me make another video.
Always a pleasure.
Stay safe, be kind, and be courteous, everyone. Thank you for watching.